So for first normal form, what we need to look at is how to make sure we eliminate the duplicate attributes from the same entity, and that we create separate entities for each group of related data, and that we identify each row with a unique attribute or set of attributes. Now, what does that mean in practice? So first of all, for Mere Sandwich Shop, I've already separated the data into groups. So here we've got all the menu data from the menu sheet. It's got product codes, cost per item, product description. And then all the order data here, date, order taken by. So this is just all the data from the order sheet that the order clerk needs to write down. And then I've got the customer data. So this is all the stuff that the customer needs to write down, or that's written down about the customer, sorry. Okay, so for each one, I need to make sure there's no duplication. So here in the menu, I've got no duplication there. So for every product, I've got a product cost and a product description. Okay, and the other thing is got to do, we've got to work out a primary key. So something, an attribute or a group of attributes that will uniquely identify a set of data. So it's already in first normal form, this one, because we've got product code, which would be the primary key. There's no other product with the same code. That wouldn't make sense. And then every row has got that. Okay, so product code will be my primary key. Let's do the customer data. That's the easy ones. Let's do the easy ones first. Customer data. So again, down here, I've got the customer data, and again, company name, company address, company postcode. So I'm going to use the company name as the unique identifier. So I want to identify which company we're making sandwiches for. Okay, so that's all the data that's written down on the order form: company name, company address, company postcode. We may think of other things to add into there, but let's just deal with the data that we've been given so far. Okay, so again, company name is that, and I've put a PK next to this for primary key. Now, order is the difficult one. So here we've got lots of data. So we've got a date, we've got order taken by. This is just straight from the order form. We've got company name, company address, company postcode, product code, product description, product cost per item, quantity ordered, and total cost. Now, if I'm looking at this for first normal form, I'm looking and seeing, okay, I've got some repetition here already. And one of the things that we don't want to do when we're normalizing is to have repetition. So in here, I've got company name, company address, and company postcode. Now, all of that data's down here. So I could remove company address and company postcode and just leave the company name. So if I want to find out the address and the postcode, if I know the company name, then I can look it up in the company, in the customer data, because I can find the name and then find the address and the postcode. So that's just doing a simple lookup. I can do the same with the product and product description and product cost per item. Okay, so I'll get rid of those. So I'm just going to copy this table. I'm doing this in Lucid Charts because this is where I want you to do this. So let's paste it there. So, and I'm just going to go, these are entities in Lucid Charts. So it's an entity relationship diagram, and I'm going to manage the fields. So I'm going to get rid of the address and the postcode and the description and the product code, cost per item, because that I can look those up. Now you see I've put keys question mark. So what is going to be my unique key here? So first of all, is there anything else I can get rid of? If there are any calculated fields, then we ought to get rid of them. We don't need those because we're actually duplicating, because we can work out the total cost if we know the quantity ordered and we can look up the cost per item, then we can work it out. So I'm going to get rid of total cost as well. Okay, so anything that's calculated, we're going to do that in our program. Okay, so we can do that generally on the fly. We don't need to write a total cost in there, okay, because it's actually the data's there. We can just calculate it. So orders shrunk right down now, and all we've got is date, order taken by, company name, product code, and quantity ordered. Now, in that what can I make as a unique record, to make a unique record. So there's two ways I could do this. One, I could add an extra field and call it order code. The other way is to use what's called a composite key. Now I could do that with the keys that are there, and I could say two or more of them. If you look at our definition of first normal form, it says identify each row with a unique attribute or set of attributes. Okay, so I'm going to use a set of attributes. So I'll do that in the next video.